Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Highsight, and this is Super Daryl Deluxe. Or Super Daryl Uxie. I don't know. Depends on how you read the title. Let's go ahead and check out the prologue. Waterfalls High School, 40 years ago. And now it is my honor to proudly introduce the valedictorian and salutatorian for the Waterfalls graduating class. Both students have demonstrated unwavering dedication to their academics and astoundingly supportive, successful leadership positions in every club and sport. Clubs and sports which have, under their guidance, claimed the #1 sports in every club and sports championship around the world. That is a mouthful. Clubs and sports and the members, the President of the United States himself awarded the prestigious Most Admirable Clubs and Sports last spring, the first kind of its... Their service and charity to the Waterfalls community is far-reaching and has lifted our modest town out of obscurity into the ranks of the great civilizations of antiquity. From single-handedly raising money to construct the town's first and only municipal airport for homeless dogs, to successfully converting the Tri-County area into the world's first peaceful, ethical, and prosperous communist local... this is going so quick. Surely one can only dream of the wonders these boys have in store for the galaxy and beyond. Without further ado, I invite to the podium the valedictorian Eli Bravozizzle and the salutatorian I could not read most of that. It went so quick and I couldn't control it.
Thank you, Principal Buttersworth. Gosh, it certainly has been a crazy ride. What an honor. But let's not fool ourselves, Kent. Couldn't have gotten... all our hard work means nothing without you. Please, give yourselves a hand.
Beautiful art. I gotta say, really beautiful art for these cutscenes. What a wonderful day to end this chapter of our lives.
Sitting here atop the hill, basking in all... I think we can really change the world, Eli.
It's a new chapter, Kent. Especially with every top college on Earth begging for our attendance. You know, I was serious about that at graduation. What part?
Not being able to do anything without the help of the schools and community.
If we hadn't shown our town the ways of love, we'd never have cured seasonal allergies, or resurrected that mammoth.
I know we can reach whomever we wish. I know, and I've been thinking.
What about?
It's crazy, see? I've been researching world peace lately, and my latest findings suggest the most peaceful periods. We've already proven that help people help themselves locally. Just imagine what we could achieve.
Self-help, huh?
That's a novel idea. A book helps the... Of course, we can't try changing the world too fast. We need to start small, visualize our goals.
I can't read these fast enough. Gosh, you know, Ken, heads together, blah, 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 smooth as an escalator.
A smooth, gliding escalator.
The intro is a bit long for my tastes right now, but it doesn't help that I can't actually read what's going on fast enough. Even just reading to myself, I can't seem to get it just quick enough. I really need to be able to go through it myself. Waterfalls High School, present day. Pleasure to meet you, Daryl Whitelaw. My name is Mr. Roboto. Mr. Roboto, the principal. Waterfalls High School is the finest school in the state. We pride ourselves on the beauty and safety that our campus offers. This institution boasts a vast network of friendly, helpful students for you to use at your disposal. If you ever need help, don't be afraid to reach out. Of course, academics are our #1 priority. There's nothing we care about much more than the success of our students. To ensure our success, design a perfect habitat for adolescents to learn and puppet the upstanding citizens. I finished the long one! Yay! Now that we are friends, here's your class schedule. What do you think of your classes? I definitely feel like I should have been moving by now. Study all, study all. Gym! Yay, gym! I like gym. Study all, study all, study all. Yes, Daryl, that schedule will be your guide to success here at FHS. You're gonna do fine here. Classes are about to begin soon. If you would follow me, I'll show you your locker. Boy, he had a evil look in his eyes. Oh my, he just never closes his mouth. That is bad. This locker is yours. You will be accessing it frequently throughout the day. It is a very important part of your high school experience. Oh look, there are some new friends now. Paul, Alan, this is Daryl. Daryl, this is Paul and Alan. See, it's easy to make friends. Have fun. Still can't move. There we go.
Who are you?
Okay, bye. Oh God, he got closer.
What do you want? What's wrong with him?
Maybe he's stupid. Who is he?
Beats me. I'd wager he wants to be our friend.
Of course he wants to be our friend. Quite frankly, the fact that he came to us first tells me that this kid has some fine taste in people.
Fine taste indeed. You made a good choice coming to us first. Anybody else would have tried to exploit you by now.
It makes me sick just thinking about the lack of character in this dump.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Paul. Damn kids nowadays only look out for themselves.
Right on the ball, Alan. Right on the ball. Not us, though.
No, we're on a mission from God to save our doomed generation. We lead by example.
Good reference right there. Of course, our lowly peers aren't always in the same page as us. We face discrimination left and right. Only an hour ago, a plain bully named Tim nabbed an important paper from Alan, and I threw it into the quad.
It was completely uncalled for. We can't save any souls without that paper, buddy. Plus, half of the quad is closed to us students. Paul and I could be expelled, or Paul and I could be expelled if we're caught out there again.
I shan't begin to think of what it would become of my mother of poor health if she were to hear that her only child were expelled for trespassing.
Nah, you've done it, kid. You made Paul sad. You owe it to him and his mother to get that paper.
Yeah, you owe me. If you don't get that paper from my mother, we can't be friends.
You get to the quad from the main lobby. You know that big room you entered the building through? Only an idiot could miss it. Oh, while you're there, pick up some dandelions for us. Friends love flowers. Understand? Alright. Bye-bye.
So I take... Wow, look at that idle animation. I dig it. Oh, it's point and click. Now that is something I didn't see coming. But, interestingly enough, it's only working with my controller. I was kind of hoping I could move my mouse around. Maybe it's because I have a controller plugged in that doesn't work, but I can click, but I can't seem to move. Okay, so here we go. So it's actually a combination move, point, and click. You move with the D-pad, and you point and click with your pointer and clicker. Now, how do I actually cycle through quests? Okay, fair enough. So I can, like, point on him and click on him. It's a little finicky right now. Oh, just walk up to him. Okay.
Where's our piece of paper?
Where's our piece of paper? Maybe we don't want to be friends. Alright. Look at that. That animation's really solid, actually. Also, look at how his body bends. Wow, that's really cool. The whole running animation, the walking animation, this character's really well done. Tim's locker, eh? Can we go in? No? Okay. It's kind of weird because it says I can, but I can't. That's clearly locked. Very interesting little world we got here. Let's go ahead and head back the way we came. Oh, shouldn't do that.
Whatever you do, don't go on the far side of quad, otherwise you won't be able to have a pleasant meeting with death. You'll have a pleasant meeting with death. Yeah, now the intro was quite long. I feel like the... Ooh, I just killed somebody's pet rat. The intro was quite long, and I do feel like it was definitely
there could have been some periods there where I was at least moving around on my own. I feel like there's definitely room in there to actually have player interaction be a part of it. At the very least, so I can at least go through it myself. So everything seems to exist in one plane of existence, basically. There's no up or down, except for maybe jumping. I can't seem to jump right now. Oh, but I can run. Nice. Level 1, the new kid. Alright, let's head to the quad. I like how we're getting little tips every time we go to the loading menu. Pretty good. Ah, that was the paper. Paper done got stolen. That's a security camera I just crossed. Oh, point of no return now. The soundtrack is very nice, and I feel like it's very fitting to the overall game's scene. It just really feels nice. Oh, no. I've learned so many bad things about talking flowers. I mean, anytime I encounter a talking flower these days, I just run. So this can't be good. Hi there. Hang on. I want to get this right, but my voice is a little funky today, so let's try this again. Hi there, friend. If you promise not to tear me out of the ground of my roots, I'll teach you how to jump. Just press up on the D. Yeah, just press up on the D-pad. Up, huh? Not X or anything like that. It's actually up. Interesting. Hopefully I'm not going to be jumping a lot because it's actually really hard to do up as the jump button. Getting close there. you promised. I did promise. I'll clear up another dandelion. I'm sure there's another one around here. I'm sure my buddies will settle for another talking dandelion, of which I'm sure there's millions of. So this all takes place on one plane, but there seems to be quite a bit of areas you can jump on. But one thing I'm noticing... Ah, no! One thing I'm noticing is that there isn't really any shadow to let me kind of know where the ground is. It doesn't really matter much, but it's a thing. Boy, up is just such a weird button to use for your jump, because I'm having a hard time holding left and doing up on a D-pad. Like, I don't think I can make that. And maybe that's because I should probably listen to what Mr. Dandelion's saying. What's he saying over there? Oh, I got to sprint first. Fair enough. So that's pretty obvious. But even still. I won't pick that one either. He helped me out. Only the flowers that don't help me in any meaningful way get plucked. Oh, you haven't done anything for me lately. Oh, probably should have run. Yeah, I'd say this is really hard to jump with. Why not just X? Oh, no! Oh, man. But why not just X? This would solve so many problems. Platforming, it's so standard. Just use X for your jump button. Hopefully it'll be used for something else. But right now, that is really the only jump button is up. Maybe you're not supposed to jump that much in this game? I don't know. I know it's mainly supposed to have a lot of brawling elements to it. But I cannot describe how hard it is to get this right. Basically, I'm actually using two hands right now. My right thumb is currently on the right button, and my left thumb is on the up button. So I can press it when it needs to be pressed. But it just doesn't feel right. It feels really off. And it's really the only thing so far that's felt off about this game. The animation's smooth, the sound feels great, the music feels great, and suddenly fog everywhere, which is probably on purpose. Alright, how about you? You gonna help me out in any meaningful way? Is that dirt under your fingernails? Well, it is now, buddy. Alright, there's my dandelion. There you go. I just realized I was actually losing health for falling. I wasn't dying exactly, or checkpointing or anything. Whoa! Okay. That is an odd moon. Flowers and graveyards. I feel like I need to pick those dandelions. Yeah, this part definitely does have a lot of jumping for a game that may or may not have a lot of jumping. Here we go. Locker combo 666. Outstanding. So now we got to make our way down. Oh, well. Probably should have not done what I just did, but I just made my way down in a way I didn't expect. Alright, so we got one dandelion. That should be plenty, right? Nope, need all three. Let's take the dandies. Hey, buddy. I'm a promise breaker. What can I say? I need friends, apparently. Friends are more important than the life of others. Oh, wait. Nope, screwed up again. This is not going great. But yeah, if this is going to have a lot of platforming, I need to insist that you got to change the jump button. It doesn't feel right. I don't know how this hasn't been caught sooner. It just feels way wrong. And I know I can't be the only one who feels that way. Alright, there we go. Grab that. Let's get out of here. Hopefully I don't... There we go. Now, one thing I will point out that's really well done is right here, this jumping part. The first part where we ever need to jump and where we face danger, the danger has been removed. That is super important when you're introducing a new element, is the first time that you utilize it, it needs to be something that it needs to be in a safe setting. So although danger is up ahead here, you fall down, you lose health. Over here, completely safe to fall. Well done. Good use of game design. Now let's head back to the quad. Now I'm being told I could use Joy to key in order to change the keys. That is true, but nobody should have to install third-party applications to enjoy how we play your game. In fact, let's see. Yeah, there's no current system in order for me to change keys, it looks like, unfortunately. Such is life. Alright, now let's go make some friends through many Dandelion's deaths. Or we can break into their locker because we know their combination now. That feels more fun. No, I guess we are going this way. What do we have here? Wow, he actually came back. Not even, he even got the paper and the flowers. Like some sort of flower boy or something. You have friends! New passive unlocked. Hooray. While you were gone, Mr. Roboto stopped us. I guess some dork named Daryl left his notebook in the main office. I don't even know who Daryl is, but I don't care. So I guess you can have it for getting us those flowers. Yay, found my own notebook. I'm sure you're curious about what's so important about that paper. It's Tim's locker combination. We took it so we could give him fun gifts all the time. That's what friends do. And those flowers, you ask? Those flowers are exactly what Tim needs to spruce up his lockers. Friends love flowers. Now go ahead and put the flowers in Tim's locker. It's over there. He's allergic to dandelions, isn't he? Just keep that locker combination in your notebook. I'm sure Tim will want more flowers later on. Come back when you're done. We got more jobs for you so you can earn our friendship. Alright, we have a notebook. What do we got here? First of all, awesome. Everything about this, awesome. The second I opened it up, I already loved it. First of all, you have a depiction of how he sees himself, which is clearly buff and ripped and awesome. Second of all of this fits the beautiful theme of a notebook. You got the notebook paper with the stats and everything over here. Look at this. You got, what is it, like different items you can wear, all of your equipments and stuff. This is beautiful. This is how you make a UI that fits your game's aesthetic perfectly. Well done, all around, well done. So what do we got here? Let's look at the journal. I do kind of wish I could flip. I know that'd be asking a lot. That's moving from static drawing to animation drawing. But how cool would that be? Daryl's new friends. Alright, so synopsis. Oh, I guess this is a synopsis. Fair enough. So what do I click on it? Unfortunately, the whole moving of the mouse is a little tricky, I guess you could say. If you could call it a mouse. It's more like a cursor. Moving the cursor is a little finicky. Like, you gotta be real slow with it. There we go. Paul and Alan must put their quest from God on hold until a piece of paper can be found. Alright, let's put the dandelions in his locker. The Keeper of Quests.
You have got to be kidding me. You must be the worst dwarves and druids player I've ever seen, wandering around without a clue. You're completely oblivious to the #1 rule. Keep your quests organized. Do you even know what you're supposed to be doing right now? If you even care about D&D, you better check your quest page to find out your current story. If you weren't a complete slob, you might know how to track down your side quests too. All the information you could possibly need is complete your quest on the quest page. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this because yeah, I basically know where this is going. And now I got a quest to learn about quests. Okay, whatever, let's do it. So let's look at the quest page here. Open that right up with the K button. Learning about quests. You have got to be kidding me. Where's dwarves? So you have a full dialogue of everything that happened here, but left and right aren't working like it said it would. I guess I can kind of press them, but look at that. Look at how small that icon is that I got to reach for. Ooh, boy. You got to get right in there, and this is a very finicky cursor to control. Very finicky. Alright, let's see. Learning about quests. View the notebook quest pages. I think I already did that. Oh no! Game crash! No! Oh, hopefully it's saved at some point, because I sure as heck didn't. Game crashes happen, folks. That is what happens when you play alpha games. I'm not going to hold it against them. We're just going to try again. Hopefully the game has a load state. Oh no! Alright, we're going to have to skip past some stuff. Unfortunately, we're not going to learn a lot about the game, but we're going to skip to the Chapter 2 demo.
Let's see what we get. Okay, now we're suddenly talking to Napoleon. And is that Cleopatra? And is that Genghis Khan? Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Super Daryl Deluxe demo. That is not even close to French. What is wrong with me? Welcome. No. Okay, I'm not even going to try. Welcome to the Super Deluxe demo. Make sure Z has played the prologue first so Z knows how to play. This demo will show you what Z game is all about, you know? After Daryl has acquired more of his skills, here are a few hints. I will give you the prologue does not teach. Napoleon's greatest hints. The flying pink locker can be used as your regular locker. Just hit it out of the sky and use it. Make sure you buy more skills and have enough textbooks for all of them. Once we invade the fort, I will tie the locker to our horse. You can use the F button, horse, something. Second, I will give you new equipment. Open inventory to equip them. Third, make sure quest objective on the top right screen, no doubt, to destroy everything, including buildings. Lastly, the game is all about creating your own unique combat system. Mix and match different skills until you find the combination you like. You can give up to 4 skills equipped, or you can have up to 4 skills equipped. Equips them all! Let's see. Now let's get started. The horse is ready! That sounds like so German when I said it. The horse is ready! Anyway, we're going to blow this thing as close to the enemy buttocks as we can. Alright. I got some items. Wrong button. Alright, items. Show me what you got. So, we have all these handsaws, and what's my level? My level's 14, so I can equip this handsaw if I want to. And I want to. How do I equip this handsaw? There we go. Can I double barrel? Like, can I get 2 dual wield there? Non-scented. I do get a passive, though. Ghost in the Saw. It said the previous owner of this handsaw will haunt anyone who holds it. Wow, so we got a lot of things to choose from here. Dual wield is allowed, it says. There we go. Oh, you got to double click. Okay, so you don't just press, you double press. Fair enough. Let's see here. Markers don't seem to do anything for me. Sword of Deception. Paint your foes into oblivion. The Super Weenie Sword. Alright, I'm digging this. Let's get a hat on this guy. Fez! Fezzes are cool! Plus 200 health. 200, 200. But no passive. But it is a fez, and fez are cool. Band hat. Lucky beret. Oh, this one gives defense, too. Plus good fortune. Wow, I do really dig the fact that they're actually drawing on different things when you put them on. What is this bunny thing? Super weenie hat. I'm surprised you don't already own one of these. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Next up is this shirt, obviously. Toga! 68 defense. Lab coat. Any of them have passives? This has a passive. So clearly I'm just going to put on whatever seems best. Smock of Desperation seems pretty solid. It's got a passive. I don't know what the passive does, but it's got one. Ooh, we got masks. 5 experience, bit of luck. I don't know what any of these passives are, but I'm sure I can find out somewhere. We're going to go with this guy. A bit of luck. And lastly, money. What's money? I don't know what money is. We'll never know. I got a ton of stats here. Karma, money, experience, health, defense, and offense. Pretty solid. So let's check out these combos I was told I need to equip. I have no combos. We'll come back to that later. Quests. We're in chapter 2, right? Or is this... Come on, careful. Careful. Dang it, I just can't quite get it there. Oh, that's the prologue. No quests at the moment. Fair enough. Yeah, this mouse is really going to need some examination. Very careful examination. Alright, so let's go here. So, can I attack her? Oh, here we go. X. X is attack. Okay. Or rather, I'm saying X, but I'm really playing on PlayStation controller. Yeah! Get beat up. What you got? Skills gain experience when you defeat enemies. With enough experience, skills rank up and get stronger. Sometimes skills gain stars when they rank up, causing them to transform and become much more powerful. Simply hover over a skill. Alright, let's see. So we have discuss differences, aka punching. Good times. This game does have a nice little sense of humor to it. It's already equipped, so we got that. How about we check out the skill shop, huh? Ah, my good buddies over there. That was actually really cool. Nice transition. I like the way the hand came up right in front of him. Very nice. So, can we afford any of these? I have 16, so yes, we can. Quick retort. Daryl charges forward and strikes the enemies. Lots of choices. Blinding logic. Removes glasses, stunning enemies in front of him. That sounds good. What else we got here? Shocking statements. Call death down from above. Chance to stun enemies. Let's see. Cutting corners. Number of foes attacked. Yeah, let's test out your sword collection as you dash forward past your foes. Let's try that. Yeah, what else we got? We can buy a lot of these, actually. Combustion something or other. Chapter 2. Surrounded by things you despise. Burn them. Sounds like a plan. Mr. Ducky, foul mouth. Display your finesse and anarchy. Sounds fun. Just buy a bunch of these. It almost seems like I think I can buy all these. Maybe not quite all. No, all of them. Buy them all. Buy them all. But the process of buying is kind of a pain. I gotta click it, and then I gotta walk over to buy. Then I gotta click it, then I gotta go over to buy. Shouldn't it just be like double click it or I don't know, something else. It's kind of a time waster. Look at my distance traveled right there. So much distance traveled. Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna get the blinding glare in there, I think. Whoop, not you. Blinding glare in there. Yeah, currently this system does not work for analog sticks, I feel like. It just is not a great system. Bunch of fists. Why not? Let's do that. And foul mouth. Because it is me, after all. Alright, let's do it. So what do I use this for right now, right? What is the point of having this available to me right this second? I guess I can kind of mouse over things, but I'd much rather just have the analog stick move me in the game. Alright, so that's level 1. That's the blinding glare. Oh, it's little duckies. I shoot duckies. Good times. Alright, let's test this out. Get Z gates open. Ah, Caesar. Of course you're here. So let's see. Caesar, Napoleon, Cleopatra, and Genghis. Called all of them. That's just a good sign. I can actually recognize him. And Bob the construction guy, too, because why wouldn't he be here? Whoa there, pal! Watch your step, alright? You're free to drown in the moat all you want, but don't expect anything realistic. There have been a lot of budget cuts lately, and we can't afford a splash. So that's the moat down there. Alright, let's not go down there. So here's where I'm having a little trouble. This is where we're getting some platforming. And I would not have expected to fall right there, would you? This is where it might get a little odd. Like, how are you gotta really clearly define these platforms. I need to know for sure what's actually gonna be good to walk on. Alright, so we got the 3 smack punch there. We got our big hit. Blind him a little. There we go. So this is why X isn't jump. I'm not entirely convinced that's a good reason. I mean, you could at least do L or R for jump, right? You have L1 and R1 buttons. You'd sprint with one of them. I'm still not convinced that up is a reasonable jump button whatsoever. Ooh, it's a ghost. Good ghost or a bad ghost? Alright, these enemies take quite a few hits. Ooh, here we go. And they'll throw bombs at you, even when they look like they're stunned. Dangerous. So all that health just fell down here, and that means I have to chase after if I want it. And of course I want it. So look at how much time I just had to waste to make sure I get what I want. That's a shame. Should never have to waste that much time. I would kind of hope that they would kind of get pulled into you if they get knocked too far away from you. What feels really weird is I'm using my, what I would expect to be a jump button to do my basic attack of all things. And because of that, I keep using my special button, which is square, to do a special attack. And I think I can rearrange that, so that's really just on me changing around what order everything's in. But it kind of feels weird. Ah, there we go. Boop, boop. Done. Alright, so let's jump back away for a second. You jump in Smash Bros. With up, but it's not hard. See, that's true, but in Smash Bros. You use an analog stick to jump up, don't you? Oh, what have I done? Anyway, in Smash Bros. You use an analog stick. In this, you have to use the D-pad. Now, jumping with a D-pad being up is actually not easy at all. With an analog stick, there's a lot more leniency, right? With an analog stick, you can say, oh, well, you know, you're going to the right anyway on it. With that, you're just going up as well. Well, yeah, that's easy, and I can see that. But try it on a D-pad sometime. You might be surprised at just how much harder it is to do using up as your jump button. It's a little sword fight. I can end this. Oh, I can't end it. It's all in the background. Alright, so we're destroying everything. That was what Napoleon told me to do. And I'll be damned if I don't follow orders from Napoleon. Oh god, Napoleon! You didn't tell me about the bomb lords. So one thing I'm noticing. Enemies aren't flinching. Now, they look like they're flinching, right? It definitely looks like they're flinching. But it's actually a lie. In actuality, instead of flinching, they're still doing their animations in secret. Ah, skill level up on the rubber duckies. Nice. So let's go ahead and switch things out. I want to make sure that I get this. I want to swap those and replace them. There we go. So now that should be my square button, and that's going to feel a lot more natural to me. So now, much better, much better. You get hit. So as I was saying, so even though they look like they're flinched, they're actually still gearing up their attacks, and they will actually still attack when you least expect it. There's money here, and I can't pick it up. What's going on? What's wrong with this? Where's my money? I want my money. Hey, I earned that. I killed somebody for it. I'm going to chalk that up to being a bug, but I want my money. Ow. Get back here. Trying to run away, Mr. Goblin. I don't remember Napoleon fighting goblins, but somehow it wouldn't shock me. This game really does have a beautiful sense of humor conveyed through its art style. Really well done. Kind of reminds me of Castle Crashers in that sense. Alright, so now we destroy all the things. So everything has kind of a cooldown on it. So he came out, and the second he came out, he hit me before I could even see him. You see, I just keep constantly getting hit by him, even though I'm hitting him and supposedly stunning him. There's no showing of the wind-up because of that. Because of that, I don't see the wind-up before the pitch. The pitch just hits me. And I don't really know if there's a solid way to kind of dodge that. I mean, maybe different skills, but maybe I'll have to look into that. Let's look at the different skills, see if there's something I can utilize for dodging more. Well, we have the glare. That's pretty good. How about this? This was crushing realization. Come on. This one was configuration. Kick him in the 5 pants. Sharp comments. I don't really think there's any kind of defend button, or if there is, it hasn't really been specified. Come on, go back, go back. Ah, dang, go forward again. There we go. Shocking sentiments. I do love these names, too. Attack, then detonate. Yeah, not a lot here in terms of dodging. Quick retort. Charges forward and strikes the enemies he sees. We'll try that. Goodbye, ducky. So how does this work out? Oh yeah, it's like a little flash, but there's a big cooldown on it. So I'm only going to be able to do that so many times. Alright, keep destroying things. So what's destroyable and what's not? Not immediately obvious. Oh, there's more over here, that's why. Ooh, that's a... You guys want to be alone? I'll let you be alone. What I do dig is just the whole wackiness of this. All these different styles coming alive. We got Romans, we got Egyptians, we got everything. Any and all kind of enemies. All around the place. Oh, you know, there is this, right? What's the... How do I use that bomb that I picked up? Also, what's Balto's phone? I just saw that on the left. Ah, here we go. What's this? Insta-bomb. For goblin use only. So can I equip that? Or what? How do I utilize this? Double-click items to equip. Not doing it for me. I can sell it. I can... Oh! What happened there? I guess I backed out without realizing. And that ain't going so well. There we go. This game definitely does encourage you to build your own style of fighting. But I feel like the one thing it's missing is your ability to dodge and your ability to fight back. There's no real wind-up to these pitches that we're getting hit. You always got to have a wind-up. Always, always got to have a wind-up. Otherwise, you're basically flying blind. So if you're going to make characters look stunned, then they got to actually be stunned. I'm going to die here, I think. There we go. Okay. Now, I realize I'm not exactly utilizing my attacks as best as I probably could be. Like, comboing them up and everything. But I am also new here. Oh, that's a sound. Oh, that is nurse goblins killing me. Hey, give me health. That's health, right? I want it. I think this is where I might die. Ah, there it goes. Wait, level up? Okay, maybe the most clutch level up ever will happen instead. I'm okay with this. Clutch level ups for the win. But I feel like I'm trying to beat people up, and it's just not as engaging to me as it could be. Just because there's no real dodging going on here. I'm just button mashing and hoping that I live through it. There we go. New entry. But I think that really the whole wind-up pitch thing just comes down to the fact that I'm not seeing them because I'm kind of glitching them in a way. Ow. Because once you attack them, they go into that whole, hey, I'm being stunned thing, but they're actually not being stunned. They're just kind of pretending that they're flinching. But realistically, they're going to throw a bomb at you in a second. That felt good, though. So, what's with the scary ghosts? Quest updated! Thank you for your loyalty, Mr. Lard, to Mr. Lard Boys. Show your appreciation. Here's a coupon for new donuts and a free box of mayonnaise. Doesn't quite fit the phone, but that's still kind of cool. I like that idea. Anyway, I feel like this game would do well with dodge rolling and, what else? Dodge rolling and or defending buttons, like a shield button, you know? But realistically, just the ability to actually stun people, or rather just flinch them, that would be a big difference too. That would be more than enough. I mean, Castle Crashers worked off that alone, and it worked great. Sure, they had shields, but you didn't use them nearly as much as you ended up using just your ability to keep them stun-locked. And that added up to a very compelling system. Oh, hey, I picked something up. How did I... R2! That's how you pick things up, is R2. Goblin Rocks, first aid kits. There it goes. All the things I ever wanted. So how do I use these now, right? Let's look back here. So I'm getting all these new things. And... I think you just sell them. Is that why it's right here? It's just currency? But it's a first aid kit. Come on. Totally want to use a first aid kit. Maybe it's only for goblin... it says for goblins only. Maybe it only has stuff for goblins. And it could probably kill humans. Okay. That's hilarious and awesome. That background, though. Button mashing. So I am realizing, though, jumping does help you avoid certain things. That's probably the best thing you have right now to a dodge roll. And maybe that's why it's the up button. But, of course, when you're in platforming sections, that doesn't quite pan out. Not as well. These guys move so quick, and there's just no wind-up to their attack. Look at it. Never see it coming. More health, please. I'm just basically hoping that the amount of health that I take is equivalent to the amount I get back. There we go. Alright, feeling good. So why do I have to pick them up by pressing R2, right? These currency items, I guess. They don't really do anything super important, apparently. They're just for selling later, I guess. So why do I have to pick them up like that? In addition, what's the point if you're not even going to give me some kind of a sound effect or something to acknowledge I picked it up? Something to add a little more juice to what's going on. There must be some reason you want me to pick it up. Make that reason known. I mean, you got a lot of flashy effects going on here. Seems like a little bit of an oversight. Not to have an effect for picking something up. Now, how about the character? How does the game actually feel? A little floaty. Just a little. Not much, but a little. Enough that I pointed out. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Floaty can work in certain situations, maybe even in this particular brawler. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be dying soon unless I get some health out of one of these guys. I clearly need more stun tactics. Skill level up, but not a real level up. Need one of them. Button mashing for the win! Level up! Basically, I'm living through leveling up, and I'm kind of okay with this. Clutch level ups are amazing. Though I'm sure it won't work out that well for everybody every time. And I don't know if that's really what the system was intended to do. But yeah, right now I'm literally just button mashing, and this is how it's turning out. I'm actually doing better fighting him than I was when I was actually trying to combo things. Just pressing all four of the buttons at the same time and pressing left. And that's kind of a bad sign, isn't it? It means that there's no real necessary strategy needed, and that's where I think you really could get dodge rolling into play here and actually have some kind of skill cap on dodging and moving and avoiding hits instead of being able to just take whatever comes your way. Here's the big shot troops. Go to the west. Go stop them. Okay. West we go. There we go. I mean, sure, you can jump across the bombs, but realistically, if I keep getting all my health back anyway, what's the point? That's central. He said west. Let's just go. Yeah, there's so much beautiful absurdism here. I mean, it's magical. It really is. Alright, so we're back over here now. Gotta go to the west. That's where all the fun's at. Is it engaging? Sure, the fighting's actually really engaging, despite the fact that it's not actually all that enthralling. It's engaging just because of the visual effects going on, I think. Juice can actually make up for poor gameplay sometimes, because it gives the illusion that you're doing something really great. I mean, look at slot machines, for example. Like literal slot machines. Slot machines exist to... What do you do in those? You just pull a lever. At most, you pull a lever. Sometimes you just press a button. And what makes them so exciting is the amount of juice running in them. So right now, I feel like the juice is actually outweighing the gameplay, and it's actually making it bearable. But realistically, all I gotta do is just button mash all day, and I'll eventually win. I don't really know when things come off cooldown, because I'm not looking at the bottom left of the screen, I'm looking at my character. Now, if there was some icon, like if an icon popped up when something came off cooldown, like the skill pops up over your head just to remind you, hey, this is now off cooldown, you're good. Or maybe even if there was a sound cue, then that'd be a nice way to know and actually strategize around things. But as it stands right now, I'm just button mashing and it's working fine. Better than fine, it's actually working better than when I actually tried. Alright, so which way was west? Because we just went in a circle, so... yeah. Slot machines are the Tetris of juice. Couldn't agree more with that statement. That is actually the best way to say it. The Tetris of juice. Oh, hey, hello. Oh, hey, you look like the big badass. Yeah, you're the Anubis commander. Okay. Let's make this happen. So now we have a legitimate enemy, but there's so many effects going on right here, I can't actually tell what's mine and what's theirs, although I can tell I'm dying very quickly, and I don't see this fight lasting all that much longer. Oh boy, I'm surrounded. And there I go. Daryl's dead! No! So basically I just did what I could. Continue from last save, main menu. Well, what would be the last save, out of curiosity? You killed Daryl. I'd like to think he killed himself, thank you. How do I actually select that? Oh, apparently I can't because it's grayed out, so I think there was no last save. So I guess that's basically it, huh? Well, that's all we can really do right now to check out Super Daryl Deluxe. This game really does a great job with its aesthetics, really does a great job with its world building. Hell, even the dialogue was really good, the music was good. The gameplay, however, that's what feels like it's lacking right now. There is just so much going on that it's hard to follow exactly what's going on. There's so much that you're doing that you're just kind of button mashing in order to get through a lot of the time. And it just feels like you're kind of... Your biggest weakness right now should be your biggest strength in this beat 'em up. It should be that you actually are engaged in what you're doing with the fights, but instead you're just kind of pressing buttons until the enemies die and hope you get enough health at the end to survive. And that doesn't make for compelling gameplay, and I feel like that will be the downfall of this otherwise brilliant game. So please re-examine the gameplay as best you can. In particular, look into implementing perhaps blocking mechanics or dodging mechanics. Give more wind-up to the enemies so you can tell what's going on. Give yourself the ability to stun lock enemies so you can, fight them proper and have other ones sneak up on you to get you killed. And that means it could lead to you having less health, but it doesn't matter because you should be able to dodge or block what's coming your way. Overall, though, it is an excellent start. It is an excellent framework for what could be a very compelling and amazing game. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Daryl Deluxe. Go check it out.